Let's talk about the coolest places in the Tampa Bay area to live in. And we're talking about where the trendiest bars, restaurants, cafes, shops, and the top nightlife areas are. So these are the types of areas where your friends and family are going to be excited to visit because you are near all these great spots and they will want to stay with you at your house. Now, that could be a good thing or a bad thing, but in this video, we're going to say that these are all great things. So we're going to go ahead and break this down into essentially the top 5 areas. And we have recently helped our clients move into each of these areas, and these are some of their feedback that we received on why they chose to live here. So hopefully this is going to kind of give you some sense of what the neighborhood might work best for you. So we'll go ahead and try to provide some insight on what home prices are like here, but in our current state of the market while we're filming today, things are changing so rapidly, so the best way to stay on top of home prices is to just reach out to us and we can make sure that we provide you the most accurate information and guidance. I'm Chris Johnson, your Tampa Bay realtor, and I make videos to provide you information on what it's like living and investing in the Tampa Bay area. Now, these are going to be in no particular order, so I'm just going to go ahead and start with Seminole Heights area. So you can see here in the map that Seminole Heights is conveniently located just roughly 10 minutes north of downtown Tampa. Now, folks here love this area because Seminole Heights is known for their charming bungalow-style homes and many options for local trendy restaurants and bars along Florida Avenue. This is one of the reasons why our clients have chose Seminole Heights. Now, some of the trendy spots that we have heard that most folks like in the area are Flocal, you've got Sea House, and the very popular Rooster in the Till. Then you've also got small little diners like Three Coins Diner and Trips Diner, and a couple other breweries as well. Now, the demographic is also very diverse. So you're going to see single young professionals with young kids, which a lot of these trendy spots are very kid-friendly. And you're also going to find an older crowd who just loves to be in the heart of all the local trendy spots. So Seminole Heights also has a great sense of community with a second Sunday morning market where over 100 vendors come together along the Hillsborough High School front lawn. There's also several parks here, which makes it great for families and pets as well. Now, you can get a general idea of how prices are by looking at this map. So basically, just to put it in perspective for you, a 3 to 4 bedroom home, about 1,500 square feet, ranging to about 2,200 square feet, that's fairly updated, all the way up to being completely updated, is going to run you currently about $425,000, upwards of $700,000 plus. Now next, we're going to move south to what's called the Heights District. And it's this section right here on the map, and it's a very hot and hip area. It's only about 5 to 7 minutes from downtown Tampa. And also the great thing about this district is it's very walkable because it connects to downtown by the Riverwalk where Armature Works and the Waterworks Park is located. So it's the very northern tip of the Riverwalk. Now, speaking of Armature Works, this is such a hot spot for many people to come, play, even work, as this is pretty much the hub of the Heights District. Now, it's this mixed-use event space. It's got some upscale food court options. There are a couple bars and lounges as well. It's also very kid-friendly. It's got an open area up front. You can walk around. You can just sit around right next to the river. Some nightlife areas such as the Ebor, which is the rooftop bar. There's also events that are happening here all the time. On the weekends, in the morning, they'll have yoga by the river. They've got a second Sunday market and an art walk, a fall fest, and also a holiday lighting series as well during the holiday times. They even throw a New Year's Eve party here with fireworks. So you can just venture out on the river, even with boat rentals. Now, the Armature Works area is definitely the heart and soul of this Heights District. And as far as the home prices here, there's really no surprise that these high prices are due to the proximity of downtown, the walkability to downtown, and all the great restaurants such as Ukulele and also Roca. They just make a name of themselves here in this district area. So we have helped many folks move into this neighborhood, and they actually have fallen in love still to this day due to everything that we've discussed. Now, if you're saying to yourself that you just truly love this Heights District area, because honestly, this is probably the top area, but these price points are just out of reach, and I totally get it. I would say the next best area without lacking the nightlife, the trendy eateries, and the walkability is going to be the Ebor Historic District. Now, this is what we have next on our list, and we're not going to spend too much time here, but Ebor has a rich historic history that has been in the redevelopment stage for quite some time now, where they're trying to salvage some of these historic buildings, and they're adding more mixed-use development as well as affordable housing. And you can also see that there are some tremendous progress turning into a great trendy area here. You're getting more affordable options in this Ebor district than you are in the Heights district. So you can truly find a gem of a home here in the mid 300,000s and some great options in the mid 4s to the upper 500,000s. Now again, this area has gone under redevelopment and continues to do so with great help from local developers and community leaders. So as you drive this area, you're going to notice some rundown areas where buildings are kind of abandoned, but this is something to keep in mind as the area is still in that redevelopment stage and there's a lot of mixed-use businesses coming into town. So the future is very bright for this area. Now, the great news is that it still does continue to remain popular right now for investors because rental rates here can range upwards to $2,800 a month for a home that is updated in the high 300s to the low 400,000s. So great option if you're looking for an affordable investment property for the long term. Now we're going to go ahead and continue moving south and a little west and talk about Hyde Park. Hyde Park is such a charming neighborhood with super cute houses, tree-lined streets just outside of downtown as well. Now, one of the main reasons the folks that we have helped in the Hyde Park area love this area is because they like the upscale feel. It's known for trendy dining, a bustling nightlife scene along South Howard Avenue, and as the locals call Soho. So Hyde Park has some of the best relaxed global restaurants and cocktail bars that attract people from all over the city. But let's just say a bustling nightlife is not for you. That's totally fine. Hyde Park Village is a modern oasis for locals and travelers. So here you're going to find 6 city blocks of local shops, restaurants, indie brands. You're also going to find some top names in the fashion and fitness industry as well that are well known all across the world. Another great part about Hyde Park is the close proximity to the West Shore District, where many professional corporations call home, as well as the large International Plaza Mall and Midtown. So the airport is also only going to be 15 minutes away. So even though we specifically said Hyde Park, I'm actually going to say it's this whole stretch of neighborhoods here that are truly trendy, and that's the Hyde Park, Midtown, and the West Shore area. These are trendy areas to live, work, and play. So minutes from downtown, you're going to find just trendy restaurants and bars, one of the top school districts in the area. So you can just imagine that the home prices here are going to be a little high. So Hyde Park quickly appreciated in prices over the past 3 years. And in just 2 to 3 years ago, you could have found a charming 3-bedroom home for about $500,000, but now that is well out of reach. So some of the better opportunities still arise here if you're open to being kind of on the fringe of the neighborhood, where you can find things kind of in the 500s to the 600s as opposed to what you see in the millions right now. Now, lastly, and no surprise that this place made our list, is St. Petersburg. So we truly love St. Pete because there's just so many things to do. We have helped so many past clients move into St. Pete area, and they just love it. There's just truly a different feel once you cross over the bridge into St. Petersburg. So widely considered as one of the most diverse areas in the Tampa Bay Metro, and with that comes a great sense of community and fun. So St. Pete is also known as the Sunshine City, and there's just so much going on here. They're holding over 100 events a year, which draws crowds from not only all over the city, but the state and the country. Now, the St. Pete Pier is such a nice area to just relax, dine. You've got great options like Teak and Doc Ford's. You have all kinds of fun restaurants and bars along First Avenue, Central Avenue. The Grand Central District has great cafes, coffee shops to choose from. And you're only 20 minutes from the world-class Gulf beaches as well. So such a truly great location to be in, and you get the best of both worlds of downtown and the Gulf beaches. Now, some of the cool places to live within St. Petersburg is probably areas like historic Kenwood, Magnolia Heights, and Allendale on the north side, and of course the downtown area if you're into the high-rise condos. And if you want to be more of closer to the water and get a little water suburban feel, then places like Shore Acres, Venetian Isle, and Snell Isle are going to be great options for you. Now, the home prices here are vary widely depending on exactly where you're at and the size of home that you're looking for. So if you're finding something smaller options north of downtown, kind of that Magnolia Heights, Allendale area we were talking about, and even west of 275, you can find things in the low 400,000s. So it really just depends on your lifestyle, the budget, of course, but if you love diversity and you're close to the beach vibe, then St. Pete is going to be the place for you. Now, let's just say you kind of like the upscale shopping. You want some of the top restaurants with well-known chefs. Then Hyde Park is probably going to be the area that you would want to look into. And let's say that you want some trendy bar scenes, but you don't want to break the bank. Seminole Heights and Ebor is going to be best. And if you want that walkability to downtown without lacking trendy eateries and having options like a rooftop bar, but still being very kid-friendly, the Heights District is definitely for you. So I hope this video provided you some great value. If you need further guidance, just reach out to us, as we love helping folks just like you secure a great property here. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and as always, we'll catch you next week.